Okay, number 17. How does the following transformation, f of x plus 5, affect the graph of the parent function? F of x equals 1 over x. All you need to look at is this. So only one transformation, x plus 5, is going to the left 5. Number 18 says find the domain. The denominator should be x squared minus 8x plus 16. Otherwise, it's not factorable. So I need to factor this. 16, negative 8. So look at factors of 16 that add to negative 8. So those are multiply to 16, add to negative 8. So 16 and 1. Those definitely don't even come near 8. So I'm going to get smaller, like 8 and 2. Those are 6 apart. So if one of them was negative, it would give me negative 6 or positive 6. So 4 and 4. They both have to be negative. They multiply to be positive 16. So negative 10 was negative, and that's negative. That would give me negative 8. So that's it. It's x minus 4, x minus 4. So then I have x plus 2 over x minus 4, x minus 4. So the domain would be all real numbers except for the vertical asymptotes. So the vertical asymptote, I look at the denominator, see where is it equal to 0. X minus 4, x minus 4. When is x minus 4 equal to 0? When x is 4. So my domain is all real numbers except x cannot equal 4. You can go to the calculator and put in our function. And look for errors. In the Y1 column of the table, and those would tell you the exceptions to the domain. So then number 19, describe how the effect of the graph would be if the value of k changes in the equation. So k, I'm adding, so it's vertical. So it's going to be a vertical shift. So 20, what are the asymptotes of the equation? It should be y is equal to 2x plus 3 divided by 4x minus 2. So I've factored 2 out of the denominator. So look at, the numerator doesn't tell me anything about domain, we're not looking for domain, asymptotes. So I can look at 2x over 4x for my horizontal. Since it's the same degree of x, it's x and x, it's not x and x squared and all that, it's just x. I'm looking at my coefficients, 2 over 4, it's 1/2. So my horizontal asymptote is y is equal to 1/2. So look at my denominator now. When is my denominator equal to 0? 2 doesn't affect x. That 2. So 2x minus 1 equals 0. Add 1. Divide by 2. I get x is equal to 1/2. So then my vertical asymptote is x is equal to 1/2. '21 says find the value of x for the equation. So I'm going to start by subtracting 4 from both sides. And divide by -2. Then to undo the cube root, I'm going to cube. So x is equal to 27. You could also put that on the calculator. To get the cube root, math 4. Find the equation, or find x, the value of x in the equation. It looks just like that other one with the fractions. You could put it in the calculator and do all that. I'm going to do it by hand. I have x squared, and I have 3x squared. So I want to multiply by something that's going to cancel or simplify all three of my denominators. So x, I need something bigger than x. X squared would do it, but I'd have a 3 left over. So I need to multiply by 3x squared. So multiplying both, or all three of my fractions by 3x squared. So my x squared simplify 3x squared, and then x, so I'm going to get rid of one of those x's. So I'm going to have 3 times x plus 5 minus, need my parentheses, x minus 1 is equal to 3x. So I'm going to erase this, I have room. So I'm going to distribute that 3 through the x plus 5. So it gives me 3x plus 15 minus, I'm going to distribute that negative, minus x plus 1 is equal to 3x. I have a 3x and a 3x. So it leaves me 15 plus 1, 16, minus x is equal to 0. So I just add x. I get x is equal to 16. Says describe the transformation of the parent function to the function. It's plus on the inside, so it's going left. Then it's negative on the outside, so it's going down 6. You could also graph it and see that it does go left 2 and down 6. 24 is kind of list everything you know about the equation. X and y intercepts. Symmetry. Domain. And range. It's cube. The domain is all real numbers. The range is all real numbers. So to find the x-intercept, y would be equal to 0. Well, let me go at symmetry. Symmetry is 180-degree rotational symmetry about 2, -6. So my equation, something like this, where HK is my symmetry point. It's kind of like my vertex, it's my midpoint. So my graph is going to look something like this, where that's my HK. So my x-intercept is equal to 0. So I'm going to add 6 first. So 6 is equal to the cube root of x plus 2, or x minus 2. So I'm going to cube 6 cubed. It's 36 times 6. It's 216. So 216 is x minus. So add 2. My x-intercept is 218. Comma 0. My y-intercept's rather simpler. I just substitute 0 in for x. I can just go to the table for that. Go to y1, math 4, x minus 2 minus 6. Go to my table, 0. So my y-intercept is 0, comma, negative 7.26.